गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन जमुना तेरा वनचारी जमुना तेरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधव राधा माधव जय राधा माधव जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजक आचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतशिष्य श्रीमाता भय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की ISKCON beauty founder आचार्य डिवाइन ग्रेस श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजक आचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतशिष्य श्रीमाता भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय श्री श्री राधा माधव की श्री श्री जानकी जानकी वल्लभ लक्ष्मण हनुमान की श्री श्री गौर निताय की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की समवेत गौर भक्तबिंद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to the assembly devotees all glories to the assembly devotees all glories to the assembly devotees all glories all glories to Guru and Gauranga all glories to Srila Prabhupada Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya चक्षुषुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति पदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपां साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजना सहितं कृष्णा चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादं सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरतिष्ठे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्वा नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। So reading from Srimad Bhagvatam, Canto 10, Chapter 51. Chapter is entitled The Deliverance of Muchukunda. Text number 45. Sri Muchukunda Uvacha Vimohita ayam jana isha mayaya Tvadiya atang na bhajati anarthadrik Sukhaya dukha prabhaveshu sajjate Griheshu josit purusascha vanchitaha. Sri Muchukunda Uvacha Vimohitayang Janaisha Mayaya Tadiyatang na bahati anarthadrik Sukhaya dukha prabhaveshu sajjate Griheshu josit purusascha vanchitaha. Sri Muchukunda Uvacha Vimohitang Janaisha Mayaya Tadiyatang na bhajati anarthadrik Sukhaya dukha prabhaveshu sajjate Griheshu yosit purusascha vanchitaha. Sri Muchukunda Uvacha. Sri Muchukunda said, Bimohitaha, bewildered. Ayam, this. Janaha, person. Isha, O Lord. Maya, by the illusory energy. Todiya, your own. Tvam, you. Na bhajati, does not worship. Anarthadrik, not seeing one's real benefit. Sukhaya, for the sake of happiness. Dukkha, misery. Prabhaveshu, in things that cause. Sajjate, becomes entangled. Griheshu, in affairs of family life. Yosit, woman. Purushaha, man. Cha, and. Vanchitaha, cheated. Translation and purport by the disciple of His Divine Grace, Sri Bhakti Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Sri Muchukunda said, O Lord, the people of this world, both men and women, are bewildered by your illusory energy. Unaware of their real benefit, they do not worship you, but instead seek happiness by entangling themselves in family affairs, which are actually sources of misery. You can repeat. Sri Muchukunda said, O Lord, the people of this world, both men and women, are bewildered by your illusory energy. Unaware of their real benefit, they do not worship you, but instead seek happiness by entangling themselves in family affairs, which are actually sources of misery. Purport. Muchukunda immediately makes it clear that he is not going to ask the Lord for material blessings. He has advanced spiritually far beyond those who try to exploit religion for all kinds of material benefits. Artha means value, and the negation of this word, anartha, means that which is valueless or useless. Thus the term anarthadrik indicates those whose vision is focused on valueless things, who have not understood what actual artha or value is. All that glitters is not gold. And Muchukunda here emphatically states that we should not ruin our spiritual chances by entangling ourselves in the fool's gold of bodily relationships. We are meant to love the Lord. Mukham kariti vachalam pangurlanghaite giring jatkripatam ham vande Sri Gurudinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. So, welcome everyone for the morning Srimad Bhagvatam class on the first day of January 2021 in ISKCON temple at Kanpur. Hare Krishna. So today's verse is the beginning of the prayers by Muchukunda to Lord Krishna. So all of you know that Krishna was in Vrindavan. Krishna is eternally in Vrindavan. But in his pastimes here, he was in Vrindavan for 11.5 years almost. Then Krishna left Vrindavan and he was in Mathura. And he killed Kamsa and other people. and established dharma, then his pastime of Mathura was over. And because Kamsa was killed, so his two wives, they are the daughters of the great king Jarasandha. And Jarasandha became very angry. And he wanted to finish off the Yadu dynasty. And he started attacking Mathura city. He had a huge army. I think 23 Akshayani Sena. Huge. He attacked. But he was badly defeated by Krishna and Balaram. And he was not killed by Krishna and Balaram. He was released. Then again he attacked. Again he was defeated. In that way, he did that for 17 times. See the determination. Ussahat Nisyaya Dharyat. Narad Muni said, no, that demons are more Krishna conscious than devotees. Intensity of Krishna consciousness is more than in demons than the devotees. It does not mean they are devotees. Krishna consciousness does not mean they are devotees. Krishna consciousness means thinking of Krishna. And when you think of Krishna in a favorable way, they are devotees. And when you think of Krishna in an unfavorable way, although it is Krishna consciousness, but that will fall in the category of demons. So being Krishna conscious is not enough. We have to be Krishna conscious in a favorable way. Anukullena Krishna Anushilanam. That is the conclusion of the Shastra. So coming back to Jarasandha and his followers. He was defeated so many times, but his followers followed him. Such a convincing leader he was. Right? He was defeated so many times, still his followers followed him. In Kali Yuga, I don't think it's possible. If one time you are defeated, your followers will also leave. But here, Jarasandha, he was defeated 17 times by Krishna. See the loyalty. Even if they are demons, but they are very loyal to the leaders. So loyalty to the leaders is very good qualification. But this is not so good because they are following a leader which is not so exemplary. But the principle is good. Then when he attacked, Jarasandha attacked for the 18th time, so Narad Muni entered into the scene. Narad Muni inspired Kaljavana to attack also Mathura. And I think he attacked Mathura with 30 million soldiers. Huge army. So Krishna started thinking that now I am attacked by two enemies together and with huge soldiers. This is all arrangement by Krishna only. Now the pastime of Mathura is over. So Krishna wants to leave Mathura. So he has to make some arrangement, no? So this is the way he arranged his departure for Dwarka. So he thought it's not good because Mathura is being attacked so many times, it's not a safe place for the devotees in Mathura. So he wanted to give a secured place, security. And he built a wonderful city in one night under the sea in Dwarka. Such a wonderful leader, no? To build something which takes so long, small buildings. But he built a wonderful city that is also at night and that is also under the sea. So that's why he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Impossible thing he could do in a very easy way. And how he was how the devotees are transported, that is also very interesting. All the devotees are sleeping at night in Mathura. In the morning they are in Dwarka. Wonderful, no? Just like we have a night train. We sleep at one place, and when we wake up, we are at our destination. But it was a very interesting train. By the inconceivable potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they were transported from the city of Mathura to the city of Dwarka. So who can understand God? Who has faith in the inconceivable potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. By our scientific brain, by our other ideas, calculations, we cannot understand Krishna. Unless and until we develop that kind of faith in the inconceivable potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the price we have to pay. Because Krishna is inconceivable. We cannot relate to this kind of activities by our material intelligence. Transporting so many people, building a whole city, and city is not an ordinary city. He built 16,108 palaces for his 16,108 queens. That is also made with jewels, gems, not like concrete buildings. And for building for each and every resident, wonderful buildings. Such a wonderful king he was. And without any difficulty, they were transported to Dwarka. So in one activity, he achieved so many things. While leaving Mathura, what he did, he protected the devotees of Mathura, transported them to Dwaraka. He also protected the city of Mathura. Now, he has also desired that Kaljavan has to be killed. And there is a wonderful devotee who is sleeping in the cave. His name is Muchukunda. He was very tired, Muchukunda. He was fighting for the demigods, and he was very tired. So he wanted to take rest. And he got the blessings that whoever will wake him up, he will be killed by his glance, the fire of glance. So Muchukunda was following Krishna because Krishna was running and Kalajavana was following him. Not Muchukunda, Kalajavana was following him to kill him. So he entered into the cave and following Krishna, he also entered into the cave and he saw someone is sleeping and he kicked him. So kicking people is a demoniac nature, you know. Kicking people is not a good sign. So Kalajavana kicked Muchukunda. And as soon as he woke up, Kalajavana was burnt into ashes. Then Muchukunda saw the beautiful form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, Vasudeva. And after some conversation, Muchukunda started praying. So today is the first verse of Muchukunda's prayer. So prayer is the expression of the devotion or spiritual sentiment, deep realization of the devotees. So here Muchukunda is praying that people of this world, both men and women, are bewildered by the illusory energy of the Lord. So bewilderment is the natural thing in this world. We are all bewildered. Muhyanti jasuraya. So Krishna bewilders not only ordinary living entities, he can bewilder the demigods also, the sages, the munis, rishis, they are also bewildered. Because illusory energy is very bewildering. And Prabhupada's disciples are mentioning in the purport that Muchukanda made it very clear to Krishna that what he wants. So he is telling that I don't want any material benefit from you. I am not interested in that. So as long as we have material desire, Krishna's life is easy. Krishna gives that. And life is very happy, both for the person who is seeking material benefit, and Lord is also giving that. So, Jajathamang prapaddante tangs tathaiva bhajamaham. Krishna says, as people surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. So, if you want material benefit, then Krishna also will reciprocate in that way. But what is the teachings of Gaudiya Vaishnava devotees? What is the teaching of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? What should we pray? That is very important. So Mahaprabhu is teaching that we should not pray for material benefit. He is praying, na dhanang, na janang, na sundaring, kavitang va jagadisha kamaya, mama janmani janmanishchare bhavatat bhaktir ahituki tai. This is the prayer by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the Supreme Lord. So this prayer is very deep prayer. So generally people do dharma for what? Artha. And why we need artha? For kama. And when people are frustrated with kama, they want moksha. So dharma, artha, kama, moksha are the four aspects of religiosity. It is known as purusartha. Purusartha. What is purusartha? Purusa means the human form of life. Artha means the goal, the purpose, the meaning. So the purpose of human form of life is known as purusartha. So this is known as Chatur Varga. Four purusarthas. Dharma, people do dharma. They don't involve in sinful activities. That is the beginning of human form of life. Human form of life begins when we stop sinful activity. So that is called life of piety. People become pious. They do some religious activities. Why? Because they want money, artha. And why people want artha? Because they want to enjoy life, kama. And in the process of enjoyment, people become frustrated also. And then they want moksha. This is called Chatur Varga. But Mahaprabhu came to this world not to give Chatur Varga. He came to give something much higher than this. And what is the teaching of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Prema Pumartha Mahan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give love of Godhead, which is known as Pancham Purusartha. The fifth dimension of religiosity. Real dharma. Mahaprabhu came to give real dharma. Savaipungsha paro dharma jato bhaktir adaksache ahituki apratihata jayatmasu prasidati. This is called Bhagavad dharma, pure devotional service. Savaipungsha paro dharma. Paro dharma. Dharma means dharma, artha, kama, moksha, varnashram dharma, all kinds of dharmas are there. But Bhagavad gives paradharma. Savaipungsha paradharma jato bhaktir adaksaja. Devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is real dharma. And Krishna concluded Bhagavad Gita with that. Krishna spoke many things in Bhagavad Gita. Then at the end, 1866 verse, Krishna is telling, Sarva dharman parityajya, mam ekam saranang braja. Give up all varieties of religion and surrender unto me. So surrender unto Krishna is beyond all kinds of dharma. That is real dharma. And Bhagvatam begins with dharma prajjita kaita vatra parama nirma saranang satang. Where Gita ends, Bhagavatam begins. So Bhagavatam kicks out all kinds of cheating religion. Chaitanya Charitamrita is more heavy. Chaitanya Charitamrita explains that any religion which inspires people to enjoy in this world is cheating religion. Tar moddhe moksha vancha koitava pradhan. And out of all the material enjoyment, moksha vancha, desire for liberation, is the topmost cheating. That is the conclusion of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What is this liberation? This liberation is not Vaikuntha liberation. This liberation is known as Sajujya Mukti. Entering into the effulgence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Brahma Sajujya. Bhagavad Sajujya. Entering into the body of the Lord or entering into the effulgence of the body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is known as Sajujya Mukti. And that is also not the natural position. Why it is cheating? Because that is not our natural position. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, Sajujya Mukti is neither in the spiritual world nor in the material world. Na gharka, na ghatka. Limbo. That's why it's Kaitava Pradhan. People are thinking they are in the spiritual world, but they are not. That's why it's topmost cheating. At least in other dharma, we know that we are in this world. But in this, they are thinking they are out of this world. Yes, they are definitely out of the material world, but they are not in the spiritual world, in between. They don't know there is something in between. So they are neither in the material world nor in the spiritual world. So they are suffering like anything. That's why moksha vancha kaitava pradhan. So Mahaprabhu is teaching that we should aspire for prema, Suddha Bhakti. And his teaching is very clear also. Aradha Bhagavan Brajasatanaya Tadhama Vrindavanam Ramma Katitupasana Brajavadu Vargena Jakalpita. Srimad Bhagvatam Pramanam Amalam Prema Pumartha Mahan Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matamidam Tatradarana Paraha. So our worshipable Lord is Krishna, Brajananandan Krishna. And his abode is Vrindavan. And the way the gopis worship Krishna is the topmost worship. And what is the pramana? What is the proof? Srimad Bhagavatam is the pramana. And what is the goal of all life? Prema Pumartha Mahan. The goal of all life is to attain love of Godhead. Prema Pumartha Mahan. So this verse, Na dhanang, na janang, na sundaring, kavitang ba jagadisha kamaye, mama janmani janmanishare bhavatat bhakti rahaitu kitai. This verse is rejecting Chaturvarga. that four aspects of religiosity, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, is rejected by this verse and establishes the highest principle of pure devotional service. Its essence, Mahaprabhu's teaching, what we should pray. So Mahaprabhu is praying, na dhanang. We don't want any money. Dhanam, wealth, all varieties of wealth. So that is dharma and artha in that category, na dhanang. Then na janang. Janang means who expands our sense gratification, area of sense gratification. Janam means family members, relatives, wife, children. These are the people who expand our area of sense enjoyment. So it is in the category of kama. Then sundaring kavitang. Na dhanang, na janang, na sundaring kavitang. This sundaring kavitang has many meanings. Different acharyas have given different kinds of meanings. Sundari means beautiful wife for the man, beautiful husband for the woman. Sundarim. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling sundaring kavitang. One word. Kavitang means material knowledge, which is not connected with Krishna. That is kavitang. In the form of poetry. Mundane knowledge in the form of poetry. Kavitang. Sundari kavitang means beautiful poetry. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is explaining. So a devotee is not interested in that, because that is not going to give us any real benefit in our life, which is Krishna Bhakti. So that is also in the category of what? Kama. Subtle kama. Gross kama is janam, subtle kama is kavitang. Sundari kavitang. So these three things, or four things, na dhanang, na janang, na sundaring kavitang, reflect dharma, artha, kama. Then, na dhanang, na janang, na sundaring kavitang va jagadisha kamaye mama janmani janmanishare. So, he wants to take bath again and again. So he is not interested in liberation. So by that he is rejecting moksha also. So dharma, artha, kama, moksha, all are rejected by this prayer. Then what he wants? Bhagavat bhaktir ahaituki toi. Ahaituki bhakti. Not ordinary bhakti, ahaituki bhakti. There are two kinds of bhakti. Bhakti with reason and bhakti without reason. Okay? Bhakti with reason means it's called Mishra Bhakti, mixed devotional service. And bhakti without reason is pure devotional service, Suddha Bhakti. So what kind of desire we have? Mostly we have desire for sense enjoyment. Artha and kama. Artha reflects, dharma reflects virtue, artha reflects power, and kama reflects pleasure. Pleasure of the senses. So in that way, different acharyas have given different meaning, different aspect. So, ahaituki bhakti. Ahaituki apratihata. Savai bangsa paradharma jato bhakti adaksaje. Ahaituki apratihata yatma suprasidati. The soul becomes completely satisfied and happy. Completely satisfied. By ahaituki apratihata bhakti. Ahaituki means without any reason, causeless. Apratihata means uninterrupted, without any hindrance. Apratihata. So apratihata bhakti is at the level of nishtha. Apratihata bhakti can take place in our life when we develop the stage of nishtha in our devotional service. And that is reflected in verse number 3 of ISKCON. Tinadapi sunichena taradopi sahisna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. Sadahari. Kirtaniya sadahari. Kirtaniya sada. Sada means uninterrupted. In any condition, sada means always 24 hours a day. That is one meaning of sada. But there is another meaning of sada under any condition of life. In every condition of life, chanting should go on. That is the symptom of nishtha bhakti. Whether it is cold or it is hot, whether it is morning or evening, whether it is nicely situated in our material condition or not, whether our body is healthy or not healthy, whether body is with fever or without fever. So, that is called uninterrupted, apratihata. Just like the river flows to the ocean. From the mountain, the river comes out and it reaches the ocean. Nobody can stop that. That is the example given. So, bhakti should be like that, flowing of the river to the ocean. That is apratihata bhakti. And that can take place when we achieve the level of nishtha. And ahaituki bhakti can take place at the level of ruchi. When we develop taste in Krishna consciousness, then we can pray like this. This prayer, na dhanang, na janang, na sundaring, kavitang va jagadisha kamaye, mama janmani janmanishare bhagatat bhaktir ahaitukitai. So this prayer is at the level of ruchi. When a sadhaka, when a practicing devotee develops the taste in pure devotional service, then he does not care anything of this world, including moksha. But problem is that then we are praying every day. Whether we are at the level of anartha nivriti, nishtha, ruchi, asakti, bhava, prema, every day we are doing six ashtakam prayer in the morning, no? That includes this verse also. Every day. So then what to do? Is there any hope? Krishna says, Je yathamang prabuddhanta tang sadaiva bhajamaham. If you, as you surrender unto me, I reward you accordingly. So we have desires. So how to solve this problem? That's why Mahaprabhu is the hope. And what Mahaprabhu is telling? Mahaprabhu is not telling Je jathamang prabuddhante tang tathaiva bhajamaham. Mahaprabhu's verse is something different. What is the verse of Mahaprabhu? What is the Bhagavad Gita of Mahaprabhu? He is telling, his Bhagavad Gita is in Bengali, not in Sanskrit. Somehow Mahaprabhu appeared in Bengal. So he spoke in Bengali, although these verses are in Sanskrit. 6 Ashtakam prayers are in Sanskrit. But this verse He is speaking in Bengali. He is telling Ama Bhaje. Ama Bhaje means, I'll tell the whole verse first. Ama Bhaje Bishoy Mange, se to boro murkha. Ami to biggo, tare Bishoy kene dibo, sa charanamito diya Bishoy bulaibo. Bengali devotees are happy now. I am speaking something in Bengali. थोड़ा हिंदी भी बोल देना चाहिए. काल से मैं हिंदी में बोलूंगा. मेरा हिंदी उतना अच्छा नहीं है, इसलिए आज अंग्रेजी में चालू किया, काल हिंदी में होगा. So Ama Bhaje. Ama Bhaje means he worships me. Bishoy Mange. He is asking for material benediction. Mahaprabhu is very surprised. Ama Bhaje Bishoy Mange, se to boro murkha, is the number one fool. Mahamurkha. It's not only ordinary fool. Se to boro murkha, boro means a big fool. Fool number one. Then Mahaprabhu is telling, Ami to bigya. But I am not a fool. I am very intelligent. Tare Bishoy kene dibo? Why should I give you material benediction? Sa charanamito diya Bishoy bulaibo. I will make him forget sense enjoyment, material aspiration by causeless mercy. That is the hope. So somehow or other we have to be connected with Mahaprabhu, then there is some hope. Akamo sarva kamo va moksha kamo udaradhi tibrana bhakti yogena jajatang purusham param. Bhagvatam also tells that whether we have desires or no desire, or kama, without any desire, sarva kama, full of desires, moksha kama, desire for liberation. Anybody can get in touch with Krishna. Why? By getting in touch with Krishna, what will happen? We will be purified. Because Krishna is supremely pure. When someone is in touch with Krishna, he will also become pure. Putana become purified. Putana had the desire in his past life to become mother, then again develop the desire to kill him. Two desires. Contradictory. Krishna is full of contradictory characters. So he developed the desire in her to become his mother. By seeing Vamana, she developed the desire. So I should become, he's such a wonderful boy. Because Krishna is very beautiful. Then when Vamana cheated Bali Maharaj, then the same lady wanted to kill him. So Krishna fulfills all the desires. So Krishna said, okay, you wanted to become my mother, I fulfill that desire. And you wanted to kill me also, I will fulfill that desire also. Very dangerous, no? So that's why Prabhupada said, desire very carefully. Dhruva Maharaj also, still in Dhruva Loka, although in spiritual world, because he wanted a kingdom greater than Brahma, desires are fulfilled. But he became a pure devotee, but he is in Dhruva Loka. So coming to the point that Putana had the two desires, so Krishna fulfilled both the desires. That's why that lady took birth as Putana. So Putana wanted to kill Krishna, but she was planning to kill Krishna by feeding him her breast milk with poison. Milk with poison. So Krishna fulfilled that desire also. So she came, fed Krishna the breast milk. Krishna took that milk, took that poison. But Putana did not know that Krishna also takes something extra. So Krishna also took his life air. And Putana was killed. So after Putana was killed, the soul got liberation. Not only Sajujya Mukti. She was transported to the spiritual world as a mother, as a nurse. And her material body also got purified. Not only the soul, the body was also purified. Srimad Bhagavatam explains, when Putana's body, it was 8 miles long body. Small body, right? Only 8 miles long. And her body was cut into different pieces and it was burnt and it was emanating the aroma. Beautiful fragrance. Any dead body has that kind of smell? No. Why? Putana was touched by Krishna. That's why her demoniac body also became pure. That is the potency of Krishna to purify. So therefore, we should be connected with Krishna. In any way, we should be connected. Akamo sarva kamo va moksha kamo udaradhi tibrena bhakti yogena jajatang purusang param. So time is up, so my class is not up. What to do? We'll continue tomorrow. I want to explain more deep about this Nadhanang Najanang. तो उसका क्या होगा कल? तो महाप्रभु ऐसे how Mahaprabhu is teaching through his pastime this verse. He did not only speak, he showed that in his pastime through his different devotees. That we will hear tomorrow. Go more deep into this verse of Nadanang Najanang Nasundaring Kavitang Vajagadesha Kama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagvatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari bol. कुछ क्वेश्चन आंसर होगा क्या? ठीक है.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji, for your wonderful class. I wanted to ask, could you repeat, Prabhuji, how that fourth verse, it rejects dharma?
Fourth verse?
Rejects dharma also. You mentioned dharma, artha, kam, moksha, all it rejects. How it rejects dharma?
Nadhanang means dharma and artha.
Achha, dhanam means dharma and artha both.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Huh.
You mentioned that the intensity of remembrance which demons have for Krishna is higher than devotees.
I never said. Narad Muni says in Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yes.
In 7th canto.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, that's your question.
I want to ask, like, what type of liberation they get?
Huh?
What type of liberation they get?
What kind of liberation they get? By remembering. Depends on how he is killed.
In case of Kamsa, what he got?
He got, generally when Krishna kills, he takes them to the spiritual world.
Okay.
They don't get Sajuja Mukti. Shishupal also, all this, they were surprised that they got Sajuja Mukti, but actually they enter into the spiritual world. Our acharyas are explaining like that. But generally when the demons are killed by the Lord, they get Sajuja Mukti.
So that's why he comes back as Chandkaji in pastime.
That is different. You are mixing your questions. So you want Kamsa to come as Chandkaji.
So that's what we hear now. Like he comes only up from.
That you have to understand that there are different aspects. Just like Pandavas, they have their eternal feature, and also they came as the demigod. So demigods, they went back to the heavenly. I was giving a class, Prabhu, you are telling Pandavas are pure devotees, but we hear from Mahabharata, they went to the Sargaloka. No Vaikuntha. So what is the inspiration? So he was very depressed. Then I explained that Pandavas, obviously the Pandava, just like Arjuna, he was Indra. So he went back to Sargaloka, Indra aspect of Arjuna. And eternal associates of Krishna, he went back to the spiritual world. In the same way, Kamsa has a different aspect. So eternal associate aspect might have come as a Chatkasi, other aspect has gone to his own place. It's like that. It's not so simple, but Acharyas are explaining nicely to make it clear. Okay?
When Krishna kills Asuras, they get Sayuja Mukti. But we hear that there are elaborate description that any touch of Krishna is very purifying and very much uplifting. But Sayuja Mukti is not a very desirable thing.
For the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. But for others, Sayuja Mukti is the topmost perfection. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. That is most purifying. But here a Gaudiya Vaishnava, now Moksha, Vancha, Kaitava Pradhan. That's for Gaudiya Vaishnavas. But moksha we should not underestimate. It is also very.
So do they also like get a chance to come back and do bhakti again?
They don't get chance. They have to come back again.
They have to come.
You cannot stay in the limbo for long, no? After many years, they come back.
But
and how they come back, what they do, everything is explained in Shastra.
But
so I will not go into that detail because people may be upset for hearing that. Okay.
We also hear that Brahman is a eternal aspect also.
Huh?
Brahman is an eternal aspect.
Yeah.
The Lord has three features.
But there is no activity there. That is not the complete constitutional position of the jiva.
So
complete position of the jiva is Satchidananda. So when you are not engaged in the service of Krishna, you cannot experience that Ananda. And until and unless we get that position, we cannot be happy. So Brahmananda also has limitation. Although it's a spiritual aspect, but it is not complete. Brahmati, Paramatmati, Bhagavaniti Sabdate. So just like Supreme Lord is also understood in three different aspects. In the same way, when we enter into that Brahma Jyoti, then we are liberated, but we are not complete in our experience. Until we enter into the devotional service of the Lord, then we get complete experience of bliss as a living entity. Okay?
I just wanted to make one point.
Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for a wonderful explanation. This point you told about being in touch with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very important, is very inspiring and very hope-giving. Because many times we keep hearing discussions here and there also. Sometimes people feel that pure devotional service is very difficult to follow. Then we need something else. But as today you mentioned in the discussion that our touch with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his presence is uplifting and it will take us up. That was very nice. I want to say something more on this regard.
I already told, and we can discuss that tomorrow more, how Mahaprabhu is most merciful. Even Krishna is not merciful. That kind of mercy he can give. What Mahaprabhu can give. So that's why his incarnation is the most munificent. Because that is needed. We are Kali Yuga products now. So when most fallen needs most magnanimous glance. So when child is good, father does not need to give much attention. No, he is good anyway, studying well, doing well. He doesn't need much attention. But if someone is spoiled by bad association, does not study, does not go to the school, develop bad habits, so many bad qualities, then he needs special attention. So we, those who have taken birth in Kali Yuga, they need special attention. So Krishna fails. Krishna said, I have given the lecture, Sarva Dharman Parityaja, nothing is happening. Nobody is surrendering. So Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to teach how to surrender, personally. That's why Mahaprabhu, I give the example that Krishna gave a theoretical class and Mahaprabhu gave a practical class. In laboratory you go na, in science we have some theoretical classes in the classroom, then we go and have a practical class in the laboratory. So Mahaprabhu is a teacher in the laboratory, teaching practically how to surrender. Okay? So anybody else, or otherwise we'll end the class today? Okay. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, समवेत भक्तवृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।